Dez Bryant to the Green Bay Packers seems kind of crazy, but when you really break it down and consider what could motivate both sides, the pieces seem to fit together. Obviously, the money would need to get figured out. The Packers have $13 million in cap space right now according to Spotrac, but the NFL draft is also coming up soon, which will bite into the limited space Green Bay has to work with. That means Bryant is going to have to take something modest to get a deal done. Jordy Nelson, who is of similar skill and stature at this point in his career, signed a 2-year $15 million deal with the Raiders after being released by Green Bay. That could be a good barometer for a deal. If not, there really is nothing to discuss. If the Packers can afford him, the fit couldn't be any better. Dez didn't have a great 2017, but he still caught 68 passes, 838 yards and 6 touchdowns. He would be an ideal fit across from Davante Adams and with Randall Cobb in the slot, as well as Jimmy Graham at tight end. Bryant would get some favorable matchups. Defenses would be forced to pick their poison. The longtime Cowboy would also get a chance to play with Aaron Rodgers. The Oklahoma State product has gotten a chance to play with Tony Romo and Dak Prescott, but the idea of playing with Rodgers would have to be alluring. You would think the chance of winning a Super Bowl would be too. Certainly, the Packers have some work to do to catch Minnesota and Philadelphia in the NFC. However, with Rodgers, they remain one of the few teams capable of winning the Super Bowl, even with a defense that is being rebuilt on the run. Signing Bryant could help in that process. The defense needs young talent and Green Bay should use as many early draft picks on that side of the ball as possible. Signing Dez could help make that happen, as wide receiver would no longer be a need early in the draft. Those are a couple reasons why it would work for Green Bay, but would it work for Dez? For starters, he would get to play for a contender, which is probably on his wish list. Bryant also said he wanted to play for a divisional rival, and while none of those teams have been interested yet, the Packers have got to be the next best thing. What Cowboys fan wants to see Dez catch touchdown passes in the playoffs from Aaron Rodgers after the Packers beat Dallas in the playoffs in both 2014 and 2016? It seems like a nightmare scenario, which could make Dez love it. He seems like a guy that wants to dish up a little revenge to his old organization. In doing so, he would put himself in a great position to rebuild his value, while also having a chance to play for a contending team that is a longtime rival of his former club. It's the perfect match, and that's why Dez to the Packers isn't as crazy as you might think.